This video was made to document and share some pictures and videos among my relatives in South Korea and United States. My oldest brother was able to join the trip as he had not seen most of the relatives close to 45 years or have never seen them before. I have been visiting South Korea once a year but have not been to my relatives' hometown before. It was a short 2 nights 3 days trip, but we had a great and valuable time. Thank you to my cousin, Jinho's son, and uncle who drove the long distance. Especially, thank you to Chol Kyu-sun Hyungmin who hosted and rented us a comfortable lodge. The authentic Korean food was excellent. We tremendously enjoyed the trip. It is where my grandparents and their children are buried as well, except for my parents who were buried in Hawaii. Our trip started from Mapo, Seoul. My cousin packed his van with 6 people, Jinho, Uncle, Aunt, Ye-soon, David, Dae-kyu, and Isaac, Jong-kyu, and drove close to 260 miles. This was at a restroom stop. The rest stops are usually spaced around 25 to 42 kilometers, 15 to 26 miles, apart. We had lunch at Mom's Rice Briquette Roast Beef restaurant. It was a delicious lunch, but I forgot to take some pictures. Our next stop was at a green tea farm. Right next to the tea farm, it was a nice day for a short walk through the bamboo forest. Then, we headed to the tea farm viewpoint for a group picture. Our next stop was Nam Mi Ruk Temple. Its area is supposed to be filled with the rhododendron flowers, but its flower season had just passed. We walked around the temple area and took a bunch of pictures together. By the way, the giant Buddha statue was made of composite metal. We finally arrived at the lodge called Jung Nam Jin Cypress Woodland at Janghang. Here is a short tour of the lodge inside. It had 2 bedrooms with 2 bathrooms, a huge living room, and a full kitchen. Each bedroom is located at the opposite side of the living room. Chol Kyu-hyungmin brought a big base for sashimi and fish spicy soup. One of old ladies knew how to fillet the fish. Dinner was very delicious. It had the taste of hometown, Jolla Nam Do. They were authentic Korean food that were all cooked with local recipes. The second day was full of scheduled touring a multiple place. Before breakfast, some of us went for a short morning walk on the trail behind the lodge. Its trail was beautiful and very safe. It was built with wooden planks or blocks all the way to the summit. We did not hike to the summit, but some of us hiked to the summit very early morning on the 3rd day. After breakfast, we headed to Mon Duk San Temple. Next to the temple, we hiked to Da Sancho Dog, where the great scholar Jung Yak Yong, who brought Silhok to its peak, lived in exile. It was raining quite a bit. This was at the Da San Cho Dog where the great scholar Zheng Yak Yang lived in exile in 1700s. Then, we headed to a Hainam hospital for a visit. The patient was one of Aunt's husband whom we had never met before. In reality, he was one of close relatives.
여기는 서울 병경이 미국 간 병경이 큰 아들.
아들 뭐 노을이다요.
아니 나 정말 야 제주가 큰 그게 뭐야 이거 말고 진짜
After the hospital visit, we went to eat lunch at a local restaurant close to the water. It was fresh squid sashimi bibimbap lunch and very delicious. After lunch, we were going to head back to the lodge, but the weather appeared to be clearing. So, we drove to the summit of Jujacon. When we were near the summit, it was raining again. Regardless, we were determined to take some pictures. The second night dinner was outstanding. All of us devoured the food. Later in the evening, most of us went to Salt Steam Room for a couple of hours. This was our last day of the trip. 2 hours before the sunrise, 4 of us, 3 cousins and I, hiked up to the Yuak Bulan summit behind the lodge. It was about 3.2 miles, 5.2 kilometers, round trip with 1,100 feet, 335-meter elevation gain. It was a spectacular sunrise from near the very south of Korean Peninsula. It was a very nice day but had some winds at 10 to 20 knots. Its summit is only 518 meters high but has the 5 layers of mountains, where peaks and ridges overlap at varying distances. I was seeing the true views of the countrysides. 3 of us, David, Mosses, and I, visited a cousin on our mother's side. We have not seen him for nearly 50 years. He was in late 70s and healthy. This is a rare view of a true countryside home in a well-advanced nation. Then, we headed to Chol Kyu Hung Nim's house for lunch. It was another feast. The main dishes were with fresh cuttlefish and sea squirt. We were having a great food and conversation, catching up with the old and new stories among the relatives. My cousin served us the cuttlefish. It involved quite a bit of work. They needed to be slightly boiled first and then cut the cuttlefish with the black ink intact. The black ink supposed to be good for health. After lunch, we drove up the hill to the gravesite of our grandparents and their children. It's the place where our father's family, including his parents, were buried. Our father was buried in Hawaii. It was a beautiful area with the views to the south of the ocean. Look at these beautiful wind that shakes the barley. This was just north of the grave site. We started driving back 250 miles. On the way back to Seoul, we stopped by at my uncle's parents' gravesite at Naju. Interestingly, it was a Catholic gravesite. We also had dinner at Naju. This ended my memorable trip. Please share this video with the sons and other relatives. Thank you for watching my video.